viewers, let's just discuss who exactly really was the shooter and what he was carrying. Let's in fact decode this right now. So now Trump, the assassination, now this is of course the man lying and of course on the floor. This is who we're talking about. The attacker was a 30-year-old man. So these are the details. This is the latest image that's emerged of him, and the shooter is believed to be from Torrance in California. So that's the latest image of him appearing, where he's just lying on the ground. Now the gunman opened fire near the entrance to the ballroom and was quickly detained. So you have the Secret Service agents, and of course Trump had said that they reacted instantly and had also mentioned them specifically. Now the shooter was believed to be a guest at the hotel while the dinner was taking place. So we're also sharing the latest images with you of the man in question, viewers, and he is reportedly a school teacher, and his name is Cole Thomas Allen. Now the attacker was armed with a handgun and shotgun. So these are the weapons that were found on him, and the shooter also was found in possession of multiple knives. So these were all the weapons on him, viewers, and these are of course the details emerging. We've shared the two latest images of him after his capture by the Secret Service agents. I have Mr. Manan Dwivedi as well. Now, Mr. Dwivedi, the question really is that Donald Trump calls India a hellhole. Look at the kind of problems that Commodore Sodhi has also raised. The country, there's no system. I mean, anybody can own a gun there. There's a massive drug issue there. You walk on the streets of San Francisco and you see zombies. Literally, there's so much drug addiction. And rather than tackling all of those issues, which are really important for America, the economy is a mess, the people are not happy. He is busy fighting wars, which are totally unnecessary and have created havoc across the world. What do you have to say about the assassination and the points I've raised?
Actually, definitely, you have raised very valid points right now. And I personally opine that, you have given us a very lucid and a factually rich report of the assassinations ranging from President Abraham Lincoln all the way to JFK, the Lee Harvey Oswald saga, which really still titillates and creates a suspense, and a kind of a iconic myth has been created about it, that who was actually involved in the assassination of JFK, and the fingers are pointed to institutional forces like CIA. Several movies and several soft power constructs have emanated out of that tragic incident, which really shook the world and the whole of America. Now, as far as I think it is very surprising that the White House has been breached a few times. But if you go back into history, like you harked back to history, I remember in 2013, when President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama were not in the White House, but they are both the daughters. One of them, the daughter Sasha, she was also there. And a guy came in the firing, range of the White House lawns, and he fired at people over there. But he was not able to get to anywhere, and he created property damage because of his firing incident and prolific firing. Property was damaged, walls and some outside scratches were could be later on unearthed by the Secret Service agencies on White House. And Michelle Obama at that point of time called the head of the Secret Services, Tom Sullivan, and asked him that how that kind of a travesty of homeland security and basic fundamentals of defense and security occurred, and there were no palpable answers. So I think, the message that we can get out of this particular incident, where this guy Allen went inside, is that if you look into the profile of this person, and as we all know, he came from Torrance, California, and there's a great deal of similarity between the profile of this person and other terror mongers, and other wacko killers and gun runners and the other people who were involved in the September 11 attacks also. The people who hijacked the planes, the Islamic jihadis who hijacked the planes in US, and they rammed the plane into the World Trade Center. They had a common profile, like the person who has been caught yesterday. They all are engineers. And this person, Alan, comes from the California Technological University, which is a very well-known and reputed university, and they have a science background. So the question that is raised can be raised is that why do such ultra elites, why do such suave and sophisticated intellectuals and professionals, why do they get caught in this rigmarole of ideology and this kind of a decimation, and why are they easy prey to propaganda and indoctrination? This is one point which I want to make. The other one comes to my mind is that we have heard a lot of tom-tomming about homeland security. We have talked about national security, and when it comes to the high-tech, gizmo-laden imageries of the American secret agents getting rid of the what do you call the intrusions in the White House, then you know the Americans secret agencies, they stand tall. But that kind of a thing has really been dissipated, because if we go back to the incident, even Bill Clinton in 1994 was attacked, and that point of time he was inside watching a football match. So this is not the first time that the White House precincts have been breached, but it doesn't raise a question. It has to be condemned. It raises a question on the aura and the halo of invincibility that people all over the world attribute to United States of America. That is one thing. But definitely, the tirade against America can turn personal now. In India, unfortunately, stymieing the Indo-US trade deal and several other, confabulations that always keep on going on between White House and Ricina Hill, because President Donald Trump, after his tariff tirade and after his arm twisting on the Russian oil mirage, a Russian oil deal, he has called India as a hellhole, which is highly condemnable, and no American votary and no neoconservative in India is also going to support what President Donald Trump has gone on
Right,
to
Mr.
say.
Dwivedi, I'll come back to you. I want to take a comment from Commodore Sodhi also on this. Commodore Sodhi, now this is happening at a ballroom at the Washington Hilton. And Washington Hilton, viewers, has a history of such incidents. It was the site of the 1981 assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, who was shot and wounded outside the hotel. Commodore Sodhi, Trump has himself in fact said that the building was not safe enough. What questions does it raise on the kind of security that should have been there perhaps? And according to you, Commodore Sodhi, what perhaps could have been the motive for this attack?
Vishali, well, you said that Mr. Trump himself has said that this building was, he considered it not to be safe. But at the same time, the event was scheduled, and the event was almost taking place when this incident happened. What we can say is that, you see, with the attacks which have happened on even the former presidents in America, and now the 3 attacks which have happened on Mr. Trump. Now, this, a lot of questions are going to be raised, and they should be raised, because America claims that, so far as the security system is concerned and the defense is concerned, they have a very mighty army. Yes, they do have, we do acknowledge that. But the way things are happening, this is a huge concern, Here you find that the president, the vice president, the first lady, and other so many dignitaries were present. And if at all he had succeeded in carrying out the attack, it would have been a huge disaster. With regard to Mr. Trump talking about India and making the statements like hellhole and others, well, that now everybody has got used to the statements which are coming from Mr. Trump, and nobody bothers for those statements, because these statements, one has to just take them with a pinch of salt. One moment he gave the statement, and next day you found that the statement again came from America saying that India is a great country. Now, what can one say? Yeah, one thing is very clear, that so far Mr. Trump is concerned, yes, he does have a threat to his life, the way these attacks are happening, and the government has to be very careful with regard to the security of Mr. Trump. yes, the security services, now he was praising them because the actions taken by them in taking out Mr. Trump as well as the vice president away from that ballroom. That was okay, but so far as this incident which has happened, that how come this guy actually came up to that area, that raises a lot of questions on these issues of security.
Right, Commodore Sodhi. And you know, Commodore Sodhi, recently I'd seen a video also. He was literally kicked out of a restaurant because people called him a Hitler. They called him a dictator. There were some women having dinner in a restaurant and Trump walked in with J.D. Vance and he was literally shooed out of the restaurant. So this is another way of an attack on him perhaps. And yes, the hellhole comment, India was a little mild, but Iran stood up for India and said that that kind of a comment was very uncalled for from Trump for India. So yes, you're absolutely right about that. And with that, I'd like to thank you, Commodore Sodhi, and Mr.